Yeah.
And you're off the prostaglandin.
Yeah,
and that's for about 6 months.
Yeah, for about 6 months.
Okay.
You understand? And the whole thing makes it that you see like the emergency button. Yeah, that they've got the Paul Lee.
Yeah.
If I came down with dystonia, I might even just about reach that.
Yeah, got it. I mean, it'd be a big deal. So that's why you came off them.
Yeah. I've seen where people are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they can't move because of dystonia.
No, you don't want that.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
No, I understand your physicality.
It just sets them in a completely destroyed nervous position, and they're clenching jaws, hands clenched, can't walk.
Horrible.
Yeah. All because of dystonia, and I'm thinking like, you know what?
You don't want to end up there,
No, I'm not. I don't want to end up there. But this woman just sucked the bolt out at the end of the day, and like I said, if you're prepared to, if I can leave the guy for a while, I say, look, Russ, you live at number 48. Yeah, he lives at number 48 Carfax. You might be able to see if you can speak to him. Yeah.
So.
Because even in the video, he's talking about he's got problems, but I think now most of them are boycotting that because that issue, you know?
Normally my advice in a case like this would be that I would normally ask someone to go an assessment, and it wouldn't be the police. It wouldn't be with the police, it wouldn't be with social services. We'd pay someone privately, it would be funded by legal aid. So it would be us that wrote the letter of instruction to a psychiatrist, and normally I would ask for someone to just have a check to see if there's any connection at all between the behaviour that they've alleged and your mental health, and that's normally what I would do in a case where somebody's got a history. That's what I would normally do.
Okay, but like if that's the case, I would have to say, all right then, that's the behaviour from since 2022.
Yeah.
Okay? It can't be just the behaviour within, the last 6 months. Yeah, I would expect someone to say, well, look, how was your behaviour when you was in prison? I can turn around and say, well, when in prison I was enhanced.
So they wouldn't look all the way back. So normally what they would get would be they'd get medical records. We need to be able to somehow get a hold of your full medical records.
And look at any criminal activity between.
Yeah.
And even antisocial, any antisocial claims. The only people that's going to give you any claims to anything antisocial would be the landlord of 27 The Drive.
Yeah.
And the police. And I've got it there. You should listen to it because it's my support worker saying, look, Oliver, we know
okay until this place.
Until you got this place. You understand? And then after you got pictures of me, cooking on a 2-ring cooker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that the landlord provided. Why? Because they've had to cut off the gas supply.
Yeah.
So it's not down
to livable,
Yeah.
Not livable.
You see what I'm trying to say? And I don't mind if you say yes. Send somebody to evaluate me. I say, well, look at the conditions I will be living in before I get here.
Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't look into a full history. What they normally do is they'd get the medical history, and then we'd give them a summary of the allegations that are being made and the circumstances. And so we could put in the summary, for example, that you'd moved to this property from a place before that was in a horrible state, and that you felt that had affected your well-being. And it was, we can put that into the kind of summary, and then they would meet with you and ask you some questions. And they would probably ask you some of the things I've asked you about sort of your mental health history. They'd ask you about the allegations against you as well. And then they'd write a report where the kind of questions I'd ask them would be, there's a sort of a test. People don't often think about mental health problems.
Not because of the RS 2000, because that's a load of rubbish, that one.
Is there an old report that was crap?
Yeah, the RS 2000 is a load of crap at the end of the day. It doesn't even ask you anything relative to anything. Then they make an opinion on something that ain't relative. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, we'd get someone in that we trust and that we normally work with.
Okay.
And we'd set out a series of questions for them to answer. One would be whether they think you've got a disability for the purposes of the Equality Act, and that can include if you have mental health, and it can include if you so when you assess a disability, you don't take into account if somebody's taking medication. So for example, if you you would look at what it would be like if you weren't taking them at Tasman.